My beautiful stars, reading time. So we're going to do another collective for Twin Flame, Divine Check-In, you versus them. But first, I just want to see what's going on in your current connection energetically, and then we'll break it all down. So main collective, right collective. You got 3 straight away. Wow. Okay, so we've got soulmates, soul connection, partnership agreement, soul contract, love call. Someone expresses their love or has expressed their love. I might need to get my purple deck. A message of you, thinking of you, letting you know. But there is sunglasses here, which makes me... This could have just happened, but this is about watching, looking in the background. Let me just get these first, see how they go, and we'll get our purple deck as well, I think. Be a movement on. Okay, but alright, so your current connection. However you guys parted ways, it was done in the axe energy. So it was done through silent treatment and unfortunately abandonment. Don't make it fit. So it wasn't like a progressive separation. This came in quite shockingly, very unexpectedly. Breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment and abandonment. One more for your top row. 2 more. Okay, this makes me think it's not in, because you've got not today, boundaries hurt, and there is someone hovering over their phone, interested in conversing more. So this, I think, energetically, you don't know this. I don't even know if this person knows this right now. If they've made the decision, maybe they're really fighting their heart and mind today. For these two to come out together, I feel this person could be back and forth from their phone call, or from making a phone call. But I feel there's a few nerves around this person, especially if they left you in this axe energy and you haven't really had that closure. But let's confirm these. Oh my God. So part of this soul contract of yours, the way this was done, they're the 2 most painful. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Grim Reaper. I really feel the way that this person left. Again, this stabbed in the back is about a shocking attack, so it really confirms this was quite shocking. I really think this collective, and yes, I'm doing a twin flame check-in, so clearly, even with this kind of separation, this collective, you've always had hopes, but I'm literally seeing my Grim Reaper. So I really think, even though you've always had hopes and faith, the way this person left this, it really... That Grim Reaper's about no second chances. This is over. And I really feel the way this was done really made you feel that way. Or it has started to make you feel that way. Heartbreak, pain, separation, shocking attack, deception. Love call. Okay. I feel this is fighting the mind and heart. And even for you, this collective, I think you're a little bit sick of waiting. I'm going to be honest. This is healthier choices underneath this. So I think you're really trying to move on from this currently. You could really be breaking free from that really obsessive thought pattern, really just trying to accept this at face value right now. This is what's around your energy, like this is your connection at the moment. So like, yes, you might not see this, but if it's not you reflecting on this pain, this person's definitely maybe reevaluating some things here. But I think you're both trying to make healthier choices when it comes to thinking about each other. Sunglasses. It's nice. You got the love. Oh, those 2 are perfect. Whoever's spying right now, it could even be both of you. you've got self-indulgence and healing with love. So this is literally about focusing on self-worth, self-appreciation, shadow work, inner child work, growth. So yes, there may not be physical contact with you guys right now, but I think you're both, especially because that's smack bang in the middle, you have been focusing on healing, which is really nice. All right, Axe. So I think when this was axed, you were really seeing this person, even both of you. And I always find twin flame separations, normally quite short-lived romance, it happens really unexpectedly, and it normally happens in the midst of your whirlwind, because it's like you guys aren't meant to run that duration of broken energy, kind of run this into the ground. You guys exit each other's lives to, unfortunately, it really is to create that phoenix. You guys get burnt to a crisp with the pain, but it's for self-evolution. And I think you really did feel like you were sitting in unconditional love, and it was very back and forth, giving, receiving affection. You definitely felt like you were in love at this point. But also, side note, for this to be under this axe, do you believe this right now? I don't think as you're watching this, but especially with this love here, there's still clearly a depth of emotion. All right, not today and hovering. Yeah, they like you. Wanting to bloom this again, but this card is about fun, flirting, wanting to date, and maybe this is why this person's a bit nervous. Maybe they're thinking of how to approach you, especially if they're wanting to approach you in more of a light-hearted, playful kind of energy. But clearly something inside them is telling them not to do that, because they're holding themselves back. Hold on, I do want to get a dice. I want to see if there's movement here. Oh my god, the only card. The love call. I just want to get a dice. Let's get our sense of urgency deck, see if there's some movement before we break this all down. This is more just a clarity reading. Let's get a grey dice. Grey's the colour of balancing your chakras. You could be wearing grey. I always say intuitively, what colours you put on, all colours have a meaning. So, again, you could be wearing grey, trying to balance that. Oh, you got the skull. Skulls for me, I've allocated them as safe travel. All right, let's go again. Oh my god, you keep getting the skull. What are you doing, angels? All right, we got 6. I'll do your week ahead. Let's see what comes out. The fact that there was 2 skulls, I'm seeing tattoos in my mind. You could, this person could have 2 skull tattoos, or you could, or you know those little skull glass, like, I think skulls are important as a detail. Okay. First card, someone else, someone in the middle trying to sabotage this. This is what's around you within the next week. All right, patience. Good things come to those who wait. Maybe it's been a while since you've heard from this person. Oh, there it is. Those 2 together. I was staring at this someone else, and I see this quite a bit in the divine community. Sometimes you guys actually, some form of karmic energy, some form of interference can sometimes make their presence known to you before your person. And I was hearing that in my mind. But you got they'll be back, but paired with the, I'm not going to say that word, but the self-involved, I do think this collective, just with that hovering and wanting to be playful and lighthearted, I think this approach could actually irritate you a little bit, especially if they come in kind of a little bit blasé and not really taking accountability for that axe and the stabbed in the back. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this person feels and their intention. And also, I'm going to be honest, especially with what I was thinking with this, and this came out. This person's clearly, I feel, attached to, and they themselves could have a little bit of this energy, especially if they're connected to your person in some form of love energy and they feel like they're losing. People like this don't really like to lose. Just saying. Alright, let's confirm. I was seeing my fire sign. I just saw the fire sign card. Yeah, this person was definitely involved in your separation. Just be careful. They could have even, unfortunately, said some things to your person that made them believe that you were a little bit emotionally unavailable, or you weren't the right person for them. I want one more for that. Truly full circle moment. So this says let go, but make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. I find this for everybody in life, especially people that are activated, and especially in the divine community. I always say it's not just your wheel that needs to go being your wheel of fortune. Whoever's tied to you, especially if there's been interference, you've got to make, it's like all of those puzzle pieces kind of need to come together at one time to go being. So let's just say this person wasn't an interference. Let's just say this person made a few little fibbies or really got in between in a malicious kind of way. They've got their will to go being. Their story is part of your person's story. So, and there's a reason everything comes to my mind. So until this person's truths are revealed, probably from your person, it's like a wake-up call they need just from that energy, if that makes sense. So it's not just your will, it's this, and then this person's will. You all need to come into alignment at the same time. So I always say this is why it's not your ego's timing, it's divine timing, especially when there's a lot of moving pieces in the background that you are not aware of. And we are going through our Saturn right now, Mercury, Neptune. It's kind of the time of year for a few things to be revealed. As we said, it's divine timing. Truth with this patience you having to wait. Good things come to those who wait. Everything in divine timing. Trust the flow. Trust the universal flow. The cycles. Everybody's cycle. Truth. Really confirming. Don't see it so surface level. I always say it's rooms you're not in that matter. And I'm seeing that meme, and I haven't seen this meme for a while. There's this little stick man, and he's walking with his head down, and he's really sad, and he's emotional, and in the background it's all of his demons, his shadows, and then the angels are fighting those demons as he's walking with his head down, and he can't see it, but his angels, his guides are working magic for him. And it's kind of this situation. You don't know what's going on. It's clearly important, because huge confirmation this time. And I always say this with you guys, focus on your healing, focus on your mission work, focus on being the best version of yourself. So when it all comes to alignment, boy oh boy, will you know, it's fated. And this, the fate, karma, as we had that deviation too, something ended, something's about to begin. So whatever's coming in the next 7 days, it's a very fated moment. Really interesting. Challenges. So this person right now gathering more information, doing more research. So I think it's them and this person, I think, both having a look in. I'm surprised the spy card didn't come out. One more. I know you got the communicate on the bottom, but it didn't want to come out. So it's a little bit alarming. There we go. That wanted to come out, and the challenges. I do think whatever's coming, this is about communication issues, right? Putting everything under review. But making decisions through these challenges, maybe more healing may be needed. just straight off the bat, I know this says they'll be back, expect to hear from them soon, but the fact the communicate card didn't fly out, so compromise, forgive, work it out, the commitment, things are about to get serious, even the date night, but the confession, I already feel whatever's coming may be a little bit more surface level, but it's being guided the way it's meant to. But let's see. Let's get into it. So first, I just want to see you guys. I just want to see how you're feeling. All right, how are you feeling about this person right now? Whoa. Oh, did you see that? That's way too many, but attachments. So you're going over your attachments. You could be a little bit anxious about your codependence. Even maybe a bit of your avoidant tendencies right now, especially if you're avoiding daily tasks or you're not staying on top of your organization. You're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, little things like that just show the avoidance that you may hold within yourself. Oh, that's nice. Red thread. I think you're actually starting to actually believe in your red thread, though, not just say, oh, that's the person at the end of my red thread. When we really believe in our red thread, and it's not just tied to this one person, it's really trusting whatever is meant to be in our life will never pass us by, no matter the time. And yes, you may think they're your red thread, but I heard that specifically. So maybe you've had a moment of really starting to say to yourself, I give my plan to you, I surrender to it. What's meant to be will always be. But instead of just saying those words, you're finding belief in those words, surrender and acceptance to those words. That's good. Right person, wrong time. So you're not silly. And especially with all those healing cards that came out, maybe you really had a moment of recent and said, yes, it feels right, but clearly it has been the wrong time. Otherwise, this would be back in alignment. Okay. I wouldn't say a constant burn, but I do think maybe this person, especially with the hovering, the expressing the love, the sunglasses, maybe this person's on your mind a little bit more than usual, especially if you have been trying to release. Whoa. Okay. Maybe you question some of your trauma, but with that, they'll be back and them being full of themselves. I'm not going to say narcissist, but it wouldn't surprise me if you see them as a little bit of a wounded feminine. The way I see a wounded feminine, a little bit entitled, holds themselves in an ivory tower, very hard for them to take accountability, normally plays the victim a little bit and definitely blames, and you could be maybe reflecting on some of the things that you wish you could have done better, but just with this right person, wrong time, and the fact you've got a constant burn and you're a little bit fed up though, first part, I more think that's how you're seeing this person. You're trying to make sense of why this person isn't back in alignment with you. Again, all those moving puzzle pieces, but it's kind of, I'm hearing that if they wanted to, they would be back. Like, even though this is here, I do feel a little bit of frustration. One more. But mirroring. It's funny because even with this, I said you could be reflecting a little bit, not to that extent, but I think you question sometimes your mirror, if your mirror is still broken or if it really is healing. Are they feeling you right now? Is that why this constant burn is coming over you? Train horn. Red thread. I just noticed this energy. I normally love doing divine readings. I'm normally very high energied when I'm doing this, and I always say as a reader we really embody the collective's energy, and as this reading's going on, it's like I feel my energy just kind of getting drained. So I don't know if you've been feeling very drained or lethargic, or I've really noticed my energy just progressively getting more, a little bit more solemn through this. But underneath red thread, so maybe you're going over the physical and emotional distance here as well. All right, person, wrong time, family. Maybe you, okay, I'm hearing a couple things. You guys could have been planning a family and you're going over, well, maybe it was just never the right time. We didn't align with our values. But also, I do believe there's some form of interference here for this collective, and I will confirm everything, but maybe you reflect on that too. When I pulled that someone in the middle trying to sabotage this, the right collective, a penny, you would have thought of someone straight away. So if you thought of someone in this person's family unit, then that wouldn't surprise me. But fear. Like I said, I don't think you like that you're having a constant burn. You could be feeling like, I don't want to say fear, but I think you're questioning a little bit more than usual. But you could also think this person embodies fear when it comes to you. And I ain't gonna lie, they do have a bit of a constant burn, and they do have a little bit of fear. That last row in the first deck, the hovering, the not today, boundaries, but I like you, but how do I approach? Oh, truth. Sorry. Truth. You could be trying to put a label on this person: avoidant, dismissive, fearful. Maybe you've even thought they were a narcissist, but their wounded energy. You definitely think this person's a little bit entitled. But I do think this collective, you yourself embody some avoidant energies. And I always say what we project out, we call in. So even that deviation just about daily things, or feeling disorganized, or not staying on top of the things you should be. I think the universe is showing you in odd ways that you are mirroring this at the moment, but in your own right. And mirroring. Okay, so you do feel a surge of energy. This is about the green light, go for it. And you're not crazy. Like, what's around you? There's a lot of emotion of wanting to express. You yourself could be having an urge to express yourself to this person right now as well. Okay. Just want to see your emotion. And then we're going to break this person down. Get a universal message, and then tarot. All right, just because my energy's just gone. See what's going on with you guys. First party, so you could be wanting to apologize for some things, but I definitely feel like you're wanting an apology as well. Regretful, sad, remorseful, apologies, olive branch. Maybe you put out an olive branch and you didn't get the response that you were expecting. Feeling bad. I don't think you're feeling bad and guilty. I think it's more wow. Why harassed? It wouldn't surprise me if you got some people playing in the background here. Uncomfortable. Look at you're wanting to clear the air. You're thinking about forgiveness as well, wanting to build a bridge, wanting to reconcile. You want to forgive and forget, thinking we all make mistakes. You're ready to talk. You want to make amends. This, don't make it fit. This collective, this is like a main focus. So let's say this was this person belittling you or criticizing you or making you feel this big, although I really do think you've got some lurkers in the background. You're just wanting to put the past in the past right now. And I feel this was this person's main energy, wanting to come in and apologize, wanting your forgiveness. If this is just accelerating in your mind, I'm going to have to see their energy first, but you are really wanting to clear the air here. I wouldn't be surprised if this collective you've been hovering over your phone really tempted. I'm surprised tempted didn't come out to send a message. You're stressed. Burdened, tense, bothered, worried, agitated. So you'd be anxious. Maybe it's hard for you to just kind of concentrate right now. Weighed down, restricted by this emotion probably, and anxious. Makes sense with why I'm feeling icky. Fearful, on edge, overthinking, nervous, worried, imagining the worst. Limited, something's in the way. You know something's in the way. There is some things in the way here. Held back, blocked. You could be blocked, and maybe that's why you can't send a message. Can't proceed, hands are tied, hard circumstances. I think one, you feel like this, but then you question, because remember I was saying it's like you try to make excuses. If they wanted to, they would, but maybe it's because of this, maybe it's because of that. And then if you are blocked, you'd be probably thinking, well, why haven't they unblocked? Like, I just feel this collective literally got a real overwhelm, a real energy surge of just wanting to sort it out. And I don't think this is you every day. Sensitive, you could be overly emotional right now, feeling intolerant, impatient, frustrated. Wow. Okay. I feel I need to get a universal message for you first. I want to get a message. Actually, no, we're going to get them. Then we will get that. That's what we're going to do. Okay, hold on. I just want to get these first for them. What are they thinking about? Oh God, so they're feeling guilty about how they ran. I left when things got hard, escape, so they could be an escapist far out. This collective, you're seeing them like a wounded feminine and avoidant. I feel the pain from the damage I've caused. I'm actually staring at that hot air balloon. Maybe you've always wanted to go on a hot air balloon, or you did go with this person, or you guys spoke about it. Well, that could be a sign. Like an actual, you've seen one today or something. Wow. So this is why they're hovering. How do I approach? Reveal. I want to tell you the truth. Do I think they're going to? I'm still sticking with, I think this person's going to come in. Oh, whoa, the olive branch. So that's what you're going over. I always see this card as my olive branch. So they're going over the missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. Now the time. So it's been a while. So this person's left you on red, or they ghosted you, or they blocked you. Don't make it fit. Now I'm afraid it's too late to take action, and maybe this is why they want to come in lighthearted. Feel the water. Okay, so they're going over. And right now as well, they would be unsatisfied in their life, especially if things are being revealed in their life. I wasn't happy with the way things were going. So maybe they're still trying to excuse. I know these two came out together. There could be things in their life they're not happy with how they're going, and they're on the verge of running from that again. So again, not really learning that when they create a fire, they need to heal it. I always say until that energy is healed and overcome, it'll be a pattern for them in life. So you just want to hope. I might have to get their tarot quickly. Like if they're going through a tower or some form of ignition, you just don't want them. Just how when things got hard for you, they ran to where they thought the grass was greener. You don't, if they're about to do that again, it means they haven't really overcome those avoidant tendencies. That's a bit of a red flag. Oh. Underneath guilty. So they do want your forgiveness. That makes me think they're about to run from a fire in their life. Yes, they could be reflecting and thinking that they were unsatisfied in this connection and that's why they left. But just with this here and the reveal, and I do think this person wants your forgiveness. It's hard when we genuinely think we're doing the right thing, right? So I genuinely don't think this person's like, oh, I'm still an avoidant. I'm going to run from this fire to go back to that. Like, that's not what they're thinking. But you'll be able to tell with the approach, because you can see the depth of their emotion. They feel guilty. They want to be honest over this olive branch that they never came forward when they should have. So intensity, right? They want your forgiveness. But if they approach with a, hey, how are you? Or touching the waters, even though they've got guilt and they know you deserve so much more, it shows they're still fearful. They're scared of rejection. They're protecting their emotion. So just the approach in itself, you will be able to know where this person's really at. Just remember that, because people can get blinded by a little, hey, how are you? Or adding you or unblocking you. And because this collective, I'm telling you, you're like this because you can feel them and your poor little mind think it's yours, your energy. So if you've been checking if you're unblocked or checking if they're viewing your stories and then they finally do, oh God, please do not be that, oh, hey, how you going? Like over a hey, or this person adding you. See the flags. Oh, so this is what they want to reveal. There was someone else in the middle trying to sabotage this that added to the detachment. The purple deck, someone in the middle that moved on, made this challenging. What else was there that made this person let go? Oh, so they're clearly going over bad decision. So again, they haven't told you why they left. So they want to tell you. They want to tell you the reason for it. Just remember that. This person's not silly. They're reminiscing over this missed opportunity. Whatever you said, why do I feel they've saved it? Why do I think they're reading over something or they're looking at something right now? Oh, what a pairing. So the time, how long it's taken to have this conversation, and it's freaking them out. So they want to call you, they want to have this conversation, but then they think, oh my God, the time. Which is just a little bit alarming, because they know you deserve so much more. They know you deserve an explanation. Jeez Louise. That's really sad. Look at that. It says unworthy because of their self-love. So they do have insecurities. Maybe they really do think you're just going to reject them. All right. Let's see how they're feeling towards you. So they are thinking about family. That's where you got right person, wrong time. So the same deviations I had for you, the structure you could have built, or the interference here. Anger. I think they think you're going to be angry. Rage. They're angry. Temper. Denial. On the same frequency. And the attachments. You got that. That is not a good row. Hold on. I want one more for rage. Okay, they're healing through this. I'm not going to lie. I feel this person is scared of a bit of a reaction from you if they tell you the truth. One, I think they question if you've been healed. Your hothead energy, but you've got to remember over the hovering, they got the not today. That's an angry card. I'm angry. I'm not talking about this. I'm going to put boundaries up. I'm going to project and I'm going to get defensive. And I like that, the first deck. So I feel it's a little bit them finally starting to heal the blame and the projection here. Okay, I want one more for denial and then we'll confirm these. What's this person been in denial with? I don't even think they realised they were a brother or an avoidant, especially if they were blaming you. This is that energy. I did this, but because you did that. It's like, I don't even think this person was aware. It's like they put you in the category of toxic, so it excused their bad behavior. They've literally been in denial over their running, my angels, which means this person did not see themselves as, I'm running away from this. Like, and I said that before with the fire they're leaving. It's not like they're thinking, I'm going to run away from this one and go back to this one. I don't even think this person even knew what the term avoidant was. It's only just now they're going over attachment styles. So if shit's going to smoke in their life right now, up in flames, it's making them reflect on their behavior. Let's confirm these. I think they feel foolish for being angry. I just heard enmeshment straight away for their family, but I do think they do have unconditional love for you as well. But I think certain people in their life can do no wrong. One more for that. Oh, but they are trying to... Okay. I do think for a long time, maybe people could do no wrong. You've got to remember there's things being revealed in their life too. They are trying to cleanse and clear some negative energy right now. Okay. Cosmic healing, anger. Storm. Oh my... Hold on. That was the weirdest thing. So on my end, I was completely like my voice and it wasn't aligning. So anyway, I stopped it. And then on Snapchat, when you go to save it, it'll go preview. It was only, I think, 12 seconds when I stopped it. And it was completely in alignment. It wasn't going slow-mo. As I pulled the Chaos card. So this storm has been slowly brewing. Okay, and now it's sending them off balance. And the fact I couldn't hear my voice wasn't lining up to my action there. Sign. Everything happens for a reason. Just saying. Runner, denial. What a silly chop. The cycles, all the blame. So they're just starting to realize their behavior now. I always say, how can you heal if you're not self-aware? So this person's been and you got cycles, fake karma, something ended, something's beginning. This person's been going around the roundabout for God knows how long, blaming everybody. I want one more for that. Can I be honest? This is when they're thinking of you, how they're feeling. There is not one card here of love, the red thread, that this is all about their behavior. I feel that forgiveness. I'm going to have to get those cards. I feel this person really does feel guilty. When I said this person feels like a fool, like a silly chop, like, yeah, you got on the same frequency. I know you got this unconditional love, but look what's like around it. Like, and I think that's them reflecting on them kind of being enmeshed with their family and how they just had blind faith to what everyone was telling them in their life. Oh, I'm going to say it, I'm hearing it. I feel this person's frontal lobe is finally developing. Unless you're connected to someone that's a Peter Pan. Jeez Louise. Okay, so and I feel you feel it. Them trying to break free, sick of being puppeted in their life. I want one more for that. About time. They're finally aware of red flags. Okay. So this is why it's hard for them to express. So this is underneath their attachment. So they're wanting to express. They're reflecting. Oh, there is some... Look at that. Well, we know that. Someone in the middle. Clear. This person, when they're thinking of you, something's... I've got to get tarot next. I think... something's going up in smokes a little bit. One more. Hey, Salem. Now Salem's coming in. And now it's making them miss you. Probably, no wonder they're thinking, is this a little too late now? Do they know this yet? I do not think so. I don't think they've... This is some heavy stuff. All right. Let's get their tarot. And then I just want to quickly get emotion cards. We'll see their true intention right now. And then we'll get what's coming next for you guys. What's going on in this person's life? Look at that, and I felt that straight away. Remember I said that's someone else? I think it's a fire sign. The only card that's up is the King of Wands. Let's see what's around it though. Oh, that's good. Okay, I do think this person's they're wanting a fresh start in life, okay? And I do think this person's really thinking about taking a leap of faith with things. There's some things in this person's life that are very still as well. I want one more for this Seven of Coins. Whatever's still in their life, and I'm not just thinking this collective, I feel there's things in their life they're wanting forward movement. They're wanting to just have acceleration in their life. I think this person really struggles with willpower and mental discipline. This card is about action. It's about willpower. It's about getting things going, where I think this person can get stuck in comfortability. In fact, you've got Fool, and let's take their energy to King of Wands, right? This is these are very positive to get shit going, okay? Especially if they're normally just, they sit in comfort and they're change resistant and long sufferer, and they don't even really realize when this is happening. This person's waking up to their environment right now, and I think they've just got a conquering energy over them. They're wanting better for themselves. Now, I feel there's also a King of Wands attached, or it could be a Queen of Wands, but very masculine kind of energy that has had quite a bit of control in this person's life. I'm taking that as that's someone else in the middle. Let's just get two more for your top row. There we go. So they're starting to feel undervalued. They're seeing things are one-sided in their life. And it's funny because your energy card, you're going over that, feeling bullied and criticized and not valued. I think when it comes to their finances, they feel unappreciated. When it comes to their environment, even their family, there could be a lot of financial debts and stuff this person struggles with as well, just as a side note, which is giving them the push to just do better for themselves. Like if they've got a lot of bills and stuff coming up and they literally cannot afford to pay these bills, I think like that is some fire, right? Like that kind of energy, if in folk, you could achieve anything, okay? So I feel something's happened, and we're going to confirm, to make them be like, far out, I got to get my shit together, okay? Let's get one more. With their family. So now they're reflecting on how much they've held back, Ace of Cups in reverse, how much they've repressed their emotion, how they haven't been trusting their intuition, their self-worth's getting really affected here. I don't think they have been taking care of themselves. I think this person, especially if you haven't seen them for a while, I don't think they maybe could have let themselves go a little bit, or when we're around the wrong people, and you see this, when people talk about energy vampires and stuff, that is such a real thing. When you've got the wrong people around you, or even look back in certain relationships you've been in that were karmic, it's like they suck the bloody life out of you. You always know when you're aligned to the right environment and people because you glow. I always say an anxiety, stressful life, it's all over your vessel. And really look back. You leave that person, or you've left someone, a family member, whatever it is, and you see it in yourself. You start to look better, feel better. People compliment you. Oh, you're glowing. Yeah, because you got these leeches out of your energy. And there's a reason I'm hearing it for this person. I think the energy around them, it's all over their vessel externally. Oh my God, this came out in pile. It's really weird. This is not pile 2 in my moon angels, but I've felt a bit of similar energy throughout this. And so even this collective, this is about the year or more not taking this leap of faith, not just for you, but for their life. But this card specifies a year or more not tying off loose ends, missed opportunity, not validating feelings, I wonder whose, and even themselves. Maybe now that they're getting a taste of their own medicine and realizing they're not being validated, they're not being bloody like valued in life, they're starting to reflect on how they do this to others. Sick of being in hibernation. I will say though, that fool in love, he can be a little bit foolish. So what are they wanting forward? Definitely something with their pentacles. So this person's financially struggling. They're wanting forward movement. They're wanting change. I really do think this person could be struggling with some debts right now. Especially if, you know, they're quite materialistic, or, you know, finances was a big kind of burden in your relationship. There's something about this person's, it's giving them the drive though to finally create some change, which is good. But I always see that card as the, my precious, you know, Gollum from Lord of the Rings over the ring. And this card specifies being a creature of habit too. And we were saying the change resistant. Now they want a different direction here. They want change. They're sick of being comfortable. But they're definitely in a scarcity mindset. Okay. I want one more for that because I feel that should have been in reverse. I think they're wanting to find a new path for themselves and whoever this person is. I'm surprised and not more severe cut. There it is, getting caught. 100% something's being revealed. This person is part of your wheel. This person's been caught with something. 7 of Swords in reverse with them finally seeing properly. This is an important one. They could have known this person from childhood. This person could be tied into their finances in some way or form. But finally, getting caught, coming clean, pricked conscious. I think it's more the getting caught. I think that something's come to surface with this. I want one more. Tower, 100%, which has made them go within. 10 of Wands, drop the wands. Prioritize the right things here. Readjust, release, reduce, get their priorities straight. I think that should have been upright, but it's finally making them reflect. I always see that as not external chaos, but internal chaos. And you can see what they're going through. They're going through so much internal chaos right now. And I think, boom, that's the catalyst right there. It's in your energy too. Just saying. Ugh. So now they're starting to realize, no wonder they got unpaid debts and stuff. They're self-indulgent, materialistic. Reason we say everything, because this person's finances is going down the wazoo. If they're self-indulgent, materialistic, having addictions, they are selfish. Sorry. Right now, from what I can see, I know this person's finally reflecting. And the sad thing is they were unaware of it the whole time. They thought they were bloody... This person, I think they thought they were perfect. They could do no wrong in life. Things are really starting to shake them up at the core. But they're feeling empty right now. But I don't think they're just blaming. I think they're reflecting on this because of their own behavior, which is good. That is good. All right, this Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh. I think they've forgotten they're on any kind of journey. I just think they've been stuck wallowing in their own pity. I think this person's been on the wrong path for a long time. Didn't even know it. I do think things are resolving slowly but surely, but I do think they're going through a lot of internal chaos, external chaos. misunderstandings, temper, lost opportunities, arguing, competition, chaos, especially with that anger. That's healing's coming over it though. But 8 of Wands, they've been out of alignment. They haven't been focused on the right things, lack of focus, lost momentum, energy blocks everywhere. Their life's been on hold. All of these delays, all of these things that have been stalled, out of alignment. But at least I do think they're blaming a little bit whoever this person is, but it's making them reflect on their decisions and their behavior. That's good. I'll tell you this right now, I'm not seeing that this person's in any kind of relation. It's nothing like that. Whatever's going on in their life, that's either a father, a brother, or someone from childhood, or like I said, it could be a feminine energy that presents very... I'm doing it again. I bet you it's showing... Ugh. It happened again. So where did that happen when the chaos came out? It happened again as I was reading this person's... That's a sign. Completely on my end, everything out of alignment. My words not matching up. What I said before. It happened again as we're reading this person. Mess. Sorry. Mess. All right, let's just see their emotions right now. Like their feelings, like right now. That moody. Truth. Temperamental, sulky, up and down, unsettled, unstable. There's quite a few. That's sad. So going over loyalties. Remember, the cleanse and clear of the unconditional love of family. Depressed, I believe that. And their sabotage, self-sabotage. See, sad. And maybe they're reflecting, this was a bit of part 2 as well, in Moon Angels. The person connected to them is reflecting on the loyalty that you had given them and what they had chosen over... I'm going to say this collective, I'm hearing it again. This says loyalties with you, allegiance, genuine feelings, faithful, true. I think that's them questioning their loyalties in their life. I'm going to be honest, especially with these two here. Depressed, unhappy, sorrow, deflated, empty, unmotivated. This collective's unmotivated too. Grief, disassociating from the pain. Ruining things for themselves, destructive, blocking success, truth. Spoiling things, disruptive, creating issues for themselves. So they're one, I do think they're still self-sabotaging a little bit, but I think they're going over their self-sabotaging, self-destructive tendencies because of their decisions and where their loyalties lie in life, and it's making them overwhelmed. Trapped. They're trying to be practical. That don't work for this person anymore. Their practicality gets them in trouble. I think this person's so black and white in life. It's only now they're starting to see the color, not just in their environment, but in themselves. Ignoring their inner voice. They've always thought they're doing what makes sense. Realizing the things that thought made sense don't make sense at all. Needing to get out in the real world, not letting dreams take a hold. So they've always pushed their dreams away. All of their beautiful, magical, spiritual mind, they've pushed away trying to be practical, and it's just gotten them in trouble. They thought they were doing what makes sense. Practicality first. Oh, did you see that? Just wanting to flip out. Because they thought it would make them happy. I think this person is truly a long sufferer. I'm going to be honest. Okay, let's confirm these. Grief over where their loyalties lie. Truth. Sorry. I'm going to say it again. Fool. Lost someone they love that was loyal to them. Oh my God. Lost someone they love, the pain, the sadness, the endings, going through the motions, processing a loss, missing you, crying. I'm going to be honest. This is like for the first time this whole, like the way this is just hitting this person. They are just starting to go over the missed opportunity now. That means this person has memories of you just taking all of their shit and being a doormat, and like, because they're going over their behavior, right? And they would have been their worst when they were with you. And if you accepted them through all of their faults, you got to remember, you got 2 cards of unconditional love. So even as you guys were broken mirrors, this person could do no wrong in your eyes. And if they are only now starting to see what a person they are, no wonder they're thinking, what the have I done? Oh my God. No wonder you're craving forgiveness and this and that and this. I'm telling you, this collective, I think you're picking up this. Just saying. Over their selfishness. Sorry. It's just getting worse and worse. Good for them, though. They're taking accountability. So they're depressed over their selfishness. Their self-interest. They know they're self-absorbed. Me. No consideration for others. This does say narcissist. Maybe they think they're a narcissist. Like, you've got to remember, they'll be back came with narcissist. They could be questioning it because they had denial over their avoidance. Maybe people in their life are starting to call them a narcissist, and they're like, am I? Sorry, I don't think they are. You wouldn't be a true divine if they were, but this person's been in denial. I really think this person's frontal lobe's just starting to develop. There was no self-awareness here. Oh, so there's that, what you're craving, the forgiveness. So this is how they've sabotaged this, rejecting the olive branch. So now they want to build the bridges here, reconcile, forgive it. You're picking up them. So you have this the right collective, don't make it feel. You're just wanting to talk to them. You want to forgive and forget. You want to put it all under the bridge. That's them. We all make mistakes, approachable, ready to talk, wanting to make amends. And how they had a chance to make amends. Olive branch chose not to. Was practical and happy. I think this makes them pissed off that that's how they were viewing life. That's way too many. But hurt through the reactions. Their shit decisions from their practicality and what they were being told to do. Oh God. And their indecision, shamed. How I think this was them. If you kind of my way or the highway, do what I want when I want, say what I want when I want, no empathy, no shame, very forward. I think it's them. I think this is all them reflecting. I'm going to be honest. The one row that's really two are these two about you. Yes, they're going over their shelf, but it's so much deep reflect. They could be in counseling or something. All right, let's see their intention towards you right now. It just even though they're in reflection, just the approach I'm seeing, I can't. We split it on a memory. So maybe this is when you put the olive branch from March 20th, May 5th, May 6th to June 20th. And karmics. Well, their intention. That's too many. But look at the only card that's up. Of course they are. Okay. So Cancer energy. I was always so hot and cold with you, and I know that was confusing. Our connection was too much for me, and that was the only way I knew how to deal with it. A little bit alarming. Yes, they're starting to realize their hot and cold behavior, but they're still like, I didn't know how. Oh, but I guess because they didn't know how to handle the emotion. Maybe that's actually a good card here. 85. Stop it. I don't even remember the last time I saw this card. In sync, union, marriage. Number 11, I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. But I do need to release certain commitments to fully be able to commit to you. And this is why they want a Chariot, Fool, and King of Wands their life right now. Makes sense. They're running behavior. They really are reflecting on it. Sorry. I have to say it, just with, normally when I see that, I'm like, oh, terrible. But this in every deck, they're reflecting on this behavior about themselves. So I don't think that's them like, I'm still running. I think that's like, what the have I been doing? Sorry, this is actually ending up being okay. Oh God. I was thinking this reading was just going, oh my God! Oh my God, you got it. You got the twin flame card. Stop it. I was just about to say, I thought this reading was going down the wazoo. Oh, my energies are starting to pick up now. This is a good one. I recognize our connection was intense and it still burnt. Nah. Twin flame number 24. You guys could look like that. Oh, this is underneath. I was so hot and cold with you, but I didn't understand because they're starting to reflect the intensity here and what this really was. And oh, this is why they're going over the grief with the loyalty and oh my God, all the lost time. Stop it. Sorry. I get excited when they start to become positive. Denial of connection underneath, how long they denied this for, but now they want to break the barriers. Oh, this is their true intention. This is good. Realizing the truth with the understanding. You must push forward with this connection, removing the obstacles that resulted in cultural differences, family situation, sexual orientation, age different, whatever it is, it's the obstacles. All divines, you do have obstacles. They're wanting to remove it, but they know they need to push forward. The Chariot energy. Oh God. Runner. Courage. Oh, they see you as their magical muse. This is a beautiful card. Oh. And I don't think you can get a better pairing. From runner to courage. We like that. It's all about the approach, isn't it? Let's see the tarot. I became inspired by your presence, your beauty. So this is why they're watching you. They are getting into, I always say the right love, it inspires you. Numbers 22, 41, 24, 85, 11, and 49. 24th of the 11th, 22nd of the 11th could be, November could be an important month for you guys. And then 53. All right, let's go tarot. So we're going to see how they're going to approach. We know the emotions there, but let's see how the approach is going to be. Okay. All right, this person's next action towards this collective. What's this person's next action? We've done the intention. So we know the intention. I just want to see how they're going to act with this intention because that bloody can differ. How are they going to act? What's their next action? God, what the is going on? Because then there's your test for not sucking up this person's bum and trying to chase them and just, I always say there's always tests here. I think this person comes in, sorts it out. They might go quiet a bit. Why am I going in slow-mo? Okay, we got Emperor. Moon's a little bit alarming. Hold on, one more for Moon. You want to... Holy... Sorry. You got the card. Oh my God, you got the Twin Flame Union card. Twin Flame Reunion. A divine. Okay, remember I was confirming. I do think they're coming in. I think they're going to come in quite... I'm bloody going slow-mo again. Am I? No, that one's all right. I thought I was going slow-mo again. It might come in quite slow. Okay, I do think they're going to act very... strong here. I think they're going to want to put structure back into this. I do think they want to soothe the chaos. I think they're going to come in strong. But when it comes to telling you that they want to, I think this is hidden still. I think they're going to want to come in and sort out what's been done and finally take accountability for their shit. Are they going to get really deep and say you're the love of their life and you're their twin flame and they want to marry? Nah. I think they're going to be hiding that a little bit still. There's some things here that are going to be veiled. But they are going to want to take you out. They are, and this is another card of reunion, but I think this person might really literally just want to take you out here and there before they start really getting deep about their feelings. I think they are going to come in and say they regret their actions and they're starting to realize the things they need to work on and da-da-da-da-da. Then I think there could be a little bit of maybe silence or for a couple days, and then this person might reach out again and say, you know what, I'm in the area, or I wouldn't mind seeing you. Do you want to catch up for a coffee, or do you want to go for dinner, or do you want to grab an ice cream? Or I feel it's like you're going to have a real and then I think this person might retreat to give you a little bit. There is something going on with this reading. I have never had my phone go into slow-mo so much. So it has to go slow. That's a sign in itself. But I think they come in, retreat for a couple days, come back in again. Those couple days, this person kind of drops off. Don't do anything stupid. Don't blow them up. Don't bloody block them. Don't be like, ah! Let it ride the wave. Okay? I'm going to actually put that in reverse. I know she doesn't do reverse, but it came out in reverse. And the theme of this, I think they're going to be focused and very decisive towards you. Okay. One more. Whoa. Did you see that? It's literally hanging on my arm. I think they will be, I think they're going to be soft and balance, and this could be as well. I do think another energy is coming towards you, but they're going to try and have a realistic approach here, and this is probably why they're not going to be, they're still going to have a few boundaries over their heart because look what they're going through. But this is hidden, this is burning inside of them, but I think this person's going to want to see how this goes, okay? Especially because they've got a lot of shit going on in their life. So don't do anything rash. All right, let's see how you guys should handle it. Yeah, don't, Chariot in, I'm going to say, don't, I think you need to slow back, okay? Yes, be emotional, but don't get overly emotional. I think you need to have compassion. Don't rush it. I'm seeing that as you need to just kind of pause. And if this person's coming in Emperor, let them lead the way. You don't need to be, oh, when am I going to see you? Or let them lead the way. Let them lead the way in that alpha strength. Okay? This could really create forward movement. But don't be quick. 4 as I'm saying it, but don't be a Queen of Swords. You need to be compassionate, understanding, kind, yes, but you don't want to be overly emotional. You don't want to be rushing. Just be centered, okay? Centered. Oh my God, in revert, but let's read it. 6 of Cups. A few triggers are going to come up, but tenderness, sweetness, soulmate energy, patience. That's going to be your test here. Your codependence is going to get activated. That's why this person's going to retreat a little bit. Maybe for a couple of days, 2-3 days, they'll pop straight back up and ask you on a date. You cannot do anything stupid in those 2-3 days and start to lead with triggers, impulse, and your codependence. Be still. Remember who you are. Remember your worth. Ace of Pentacles, it's going to feel like a miracle. And when you do have that, center your emotion. Don't do anything stupid. This is this collective. I think when you feel like you're not getting your way or you feel like you're getting rejected, I don't know if you're just as bad with the block button or you get anxious and then you just start blowing up people. Whatever it is, do not do that. Find a center of emotion because your shadow will be activated. You both have a test here. This person has a test of their strength and their transparency, and you have a test of your accelerated emotion and having fear that just don't do anything stupid. I will say when it comes to like, and I said this for pile 2, there was no Ace of Swords. There was nothing about a true truth coming out just yet. This next, it's not about this person declaring all of these things. They're going to approach and more take accountability for their shit. Okay, like I said, soothe the chaos, but more kind of their behavior and who are they going to talk about your separation and why all that shit's happened? Not just yet. It's eating away at them, but are they going to talk about that? I don't know. You didn't get anything here that really suggests that they are. The Emperor's a very good energy to... Their focus is to soothe the chaos, right? However they approach it, it's going to freak them out a little bit. I think it's not until you guys really start coming into alignment, you guys end up getting that deep conversation. So don't push it. If you want to give this person a chance, okay. Okay, why did I just hear Renee? MPIB, Crescent Moon. Oh my God, the shackles, the veils are coming off. Stop it. That hasn't come out in ages. Good luck, protection. I'm going to just call this my divine heart, because it just reminds me of a divine heart, because it's got the lie in there, the Illuminati eye. Signs, synchronicities. You would see powerful signs just before this is coming in. Rollerblades. Have some fun. They might want to take you out somewhere fun. You could have a memory with skates, rollerblades. I'm actually seeing myself when I was about 9 years old. I was at my nana's house and I was actually rollerblading, and I fell in the front driveway and a stick went right through my knee, and I've still got like one of those egg scars on my knee. And I remember my dad, he came out. My dad's a real tough Aussie bloke, and you could literally see like a vein through my knee. He popped me on my nan's kitchen counter. He's like, "You'll be right." Never got me stitches or nothing. Buffet. Crescent Moon. Golden Butterfly. Truth. This collective, this person. Hums a hand. You could have one of them that you burn incense on. You beginning in love. That's nice. All right, important birthdays, memory. Am I slow-mo again? It's again. I'm just going to keep going. 19th of the 11th, 17th of the 12th, 14th of the 12th, 12th of the 4th, 4th of the 12th. 14th of the 6th, 14th of the 1441, 14th of the 8th, 1st of the 2nd, 2nd of the 1st, 8th of the 1st, 1st of the 8th. All right, my loves. I love you guys. And have a beautiful evening. Don't stress.